Good morning, what's going on? Welcome to another vlog episode. I'm trying to get into the habit of, of doing this stuff. So here we are. It's a little later in the morning. I woke up today probably around 7:15. So we're slowly getting that morning thing up. That's where we're at with that. But yes, so today, the plan. I need to review this vlog content. You're watching it, it probably already would have came out, but in this reality, it's the episodes that need to come out first. Yeah. So, John sent that over to me, so I'm gonna review that. I'm also downloading some stuff that my good friend Alex sent over to me. I'm gonna try to work on that video with him. I also finished one of the bonus modules for the course. So I got one of those done, and I think I'm gonna work on another one today. And also just gonna get in touch with another one of these Fiverr contractors today, and then watch some coaching content. I'm also about to jump on a webinar. So that's kind of where we're at today. We're doing some stuff. I'm gonna check in a little while because I'm about to hop on this webinar. And yeah, just wanted to start the vlog, get the momentum going, and I'll check back in with you in a bit. Okay, so it's a little bit later in the day. Not really that much later than before, probably half an hour later. But I wanted to speak to something that I was kind of going through kind of in real time here. And let me know if you've experienced this as well. This is not me saying I have the answer. This is kind of just me venting. And I guess in the hopes that maybe you can kind of know what I'm going through. There's times where I find myself, rather than doing the thing that will actually lead to the result that I want, I'll find myself looking to consume content around either the result that I want or the doing things, or the things that I believe need to be done in order to get there. And it's, I've seen a little bit of, ironically enough, content online talking about this, talking about kind of like a dopamine hit that you get from different things, right? It could be using your phone, it could be watching a movie, a TV show, YouTube videos, it could be listening to music, it could be, any kind of like, not supernatural, like anything artificial that kind of gives you that hit of dopamine, right? For a lot of people, it's using their phone. For me in particular, it's movies, TV shows, content. It's any kind of content. And so, like, for example, right now, I found myself having the things that I wanted to do today, like working on my bonus modules. I have a webinar to attend. I want to get I want to do some stuff. I have about half an hour before I have to log into this webinar. I thought the webinar is now, but it's a little bit later. And I'm like, okay, cool. I have half an hour. I could probably quickly bang out some work on some stuff. But I found my instinct wanting to go to, okay, well, let me just watch a quick YouTube video on the thing I want to do, right? Okay, I want to work on some modules. Let me watch some productivity content, or let me watch an interview with an entrepreneur of how to be more of an action taker, or let me, find a new podcast to, OD on, or whatever. And it's this cycle that I go through. And let me know if you've ever been through it too. Leave me a comment or something. I find myself all the time. This makes me look short. I find myself like constantly looking for that content dopamine hit rather than doing the thing. And it's a devil of my own design, but it's one that I'm not entirely sure on how to conquer. So I'm trying my best here, rather than about to be like, okay, let me consume some content, like literally had it up on the screen. This girl named Lynette Adkins, she's a super dope content creator. And I was just about to watch a video of hers, and like I'm literally 12 seconds in, and I thought, this is how the days get away from me. You know, this is just yet another excuse of, oh, well, there's not enough hours in the day, yada, yada, yada. There are, but by constantly chasing this content consumption, I don't create, you know, whether it's content like this, like a vlog, or I'm not creating content for my course, or I'm not mapping out the strategy that I have for my business, or I'm not actually taking action on the strategy that I have lined out, because I've actually mapped out a bunch of stuff. I have like so many Google Docs of how I'm gonna do something. And then when it comes time to actually do the thing, I would rather consume content about or in and around that thing, right? Even this morning, I watched a whole documentary, and the documentary was dope, don't get me wrong. But I didn't take action this morning. I consumed content. So right now with this vlog, I tried to kind of replace the urge to take in content and create content instead. Is it gonna be super life-changing for me in this moment? No, not really. Is it gonna be super life-changing for you as you're watching it? Honestly, I doubt it, but I don't know. I actually have no idea what it could mean to you. But it's a little step I'm trying to take in replacing the itch to consume content with creating. I'm trying to replace my habit of watching or consuming with creating or doing, right? Because I think for me personally, I don't know what the case is for you, but for me personally, this is my biggest distraction. This is my biggest, I don't want to call it a downfall, because it's not like it makes me a bad person. It's just not helping me self-actualize, right? I don't think, you can make the argument, but I was gonna say, I don't think anybody hits their goals by, like, directly from consuming content, watching content. I think people can get there by creating content or by doing things. And the reason why I say you can make the argument for it is because, like, you know, you could probably like make the argument of, you know, if you're someone who gets income from like if you're like a reaction channel on YouTube, right? Or you're some kind of like critic of something, and whether it's, you know, you're a movie critic, a music critic, you know, you're a book reviewer or whatever, I'm sure there are people out there in the world who get paid to review content that they've consumed, right? Or you can even think of like a food critic, right? If your vice, the same way how my vice is content, right? If your vice is food, you can become a food blogger or you know, a food reviewer or whatever. I'm sure there's industries out there that pay people for that kind of thing. But even with those, now that I'm thinking about it, as I'm kind of going through this, thinking out loud, you still have to do something with that, right? Even if you got paid to review mattress comfort levels, you know? Oh, my thing is dying a little here. So, you know, even if you're doing that, like, even if you get paid to review mattress comfort levels, you're literally getting paid to sleep on mattresses, right? But you're not getting paid directly for giving into the vice. You're getting paid to review you're getting paid to share your thoughts on whatever that vice is, right? Whether it's content, whether it's sleep, food, travel, you know, sharing your experience with dating, right? If dating people is your vice, right? You could become a dating, you could start a dating blog, or, you know, a podcast or whatever, and you're sharing your experiences with dating. You're not getting paid to go out. You're getting paid to share your thoughts on going out. And so I think I'm still in the process of trying to figure out, or sorry, not trying to figure out, because I think I already know what it is. I think I'm trying to replace the habits of just simply consuming and either partner that with or replace that with doing and creating. Because I do enjoy doing the thing and creating the thing, and I know more often than not, it's just a matter of me starting, right? And you know, I go back to my like the literal acronym of STARTA, right? The channel you're watching right now, and it's stop talking and really take action. And I couldn't have hit the nail more on the head with that, and it applies to me, and I created the thing. So I feel like it's something from outside of me that came through me and came up with this idea, because I talk a lot. Technically, you could call this talking, but the creating of this content is what it is me taking action. So, for example, this vlog would be a perfect representation of taking action, but partnering that with the talking, because I'm a person who I really enjoy the talking, you know? I enjoy giving into my vice, which is consuming content. But now, how can I partner that with the taking action? In this case, creating the content, right? Doing the thing. How can I partner these things and or replace them, right? So I had read somewhere or heard somewhere, I can't remember from where, but every time you're tempted to give into your vice, either do something that you would deem productive in tandem with that or at the same time, or do something else instead of it. So, for example, I was about to watch a YouTube video and I decided to create one instead via this vlog. If I know I want to do something, but I still want to consume content, I'll do something while consuming music, right? So if I'm going to do something, I'll play music. So I'm able to still scratch that, you know, vice itch that I have by consuming content, i.e. the music, but I can still do something so I have something to show for it at the end. And it's not a complete, I don't want to say a time waster, but a time sucker, you know? And then with this, right, I love talking about things, but I need to take action and do stuff. So at least with this, I'm talking, right? I get to kind of get ideas out of my head, but I'm still taking action. I'm creating a piece of content that I can use to kind of, you know, flesh out the amount of content that I have on my channel, right? Because to have a channel with hardly anything on it is not great. So here I am, trying to take action on the thing, replacing the urge to consume content. Although it's great content, it's not a knock on the content. It's just that I have to balance consuming content with creating content or taking some kind of action on the things that I want to do. So that's why I'm creating this vlog. So if you're ever wondering, like, why are you vlogging so much? It's because I'm trying to balance out the equation of consuming versus creating. And just because of the niche that I'm in, creating is a part of it. And with right now, this is the easiest way for me to replace the habit of giving into my vice, i.e. content, and replacing that with doing something or creating something, which is this vlog. But now what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to just kind of create an outline of one of the other bonus modules I want to make whilst listening to music I prefer listening to music that I'm already familiar with, because it can kind of allow the creative part of my brain to go into autopilot, versus if I listen to new music, I want to take in all the different production elements, and I want to take in the lyrics, or I want to take in the soundscape that it's creating or doing all of that. Versus if it's a song that I'm familiar with, it kind of just plays, it's like on the back burner of my mental landscape. You know what I mean? Like, if you are familiar with a song, you're not going to listen as attentively, or at least I would argue that you probably aren't listening to it as attentively as if it's a brand new song. For me, that's just how my brain works. So I think I'm going to listen to some music that I'm familiar with, not so familiar with that I'm bored with it, because then it'll feel, that will be a distraction, because I'll be craving and yearning, and I can't crave and yearn while I'm trying to create, or while I'm trying to act, or while I'm trying to do. So, or I'm gonna just have to listen to something with no vocal elements to it. So I'm gonna do that whilst creating a quick little outline, because I do have only a limited amount of time, but creating an outline for the next bonus module that I have to create. Anyway, this is just what's in my head. This is the thoughts, the ravings of a you know, crazy person just trying to make their way through their path. So anyways, I'll update you later if I have more to say, and then if not, you know, this will be the end. Hopefully it's not, but if it is, see you in the next one.